Hello, everyone, and welcome to our weekly live. I'm Christine Justy of Mail Something Pretty, and I come live here every Tuesday at this time of day. So, depending on your time zone, it's let's see, 2 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Central, 12 o'clock Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific. Hey, Jenny, you are right and ready. Hello. Yeah, so I have a whole basket full of stuff. So I'm not quite ready because I got distracted downstairs, and but I have everything in my basket. So we'll see how that comes out. And hey, Cindy, they changed some of my buttons here that I pushed. So let's hope it all goes well. As you can see, I have a little bit of a mess behind me. I'm getting ready for my mystery boxes. And so let's see, what's up with these? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is, and I did this, I'm thinking it was 2 years ago. I don't remember, but I fill up this priority mail box. So there's like, you can, doesn't look like there's a lot of them, but you can fit tons in here with all of my retired Stampin' Up! Products. And so I'll jam them back full, seal them off, and then whoever wants a mystery box can get one. And so that goes on sale next Thursday. But a little teaser went out in my email today. More details will go on next week, and then the link for the live will happen on Thursday. All righty. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Kim. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Kim's has already kind of seen what we're gonna make last night. She was at club, but we're actually gonna make it a slightly different, so it's not exactly a repeat for you. Okay, so let me do what I need to do here. Yeah, okay. Like I said, I have everything in my basket. I didn't have a chance to unload my basket. Um, Blame it on my daughter. She distracted me. So we've been lately watching. I don't know if you've ever watched Banana Ball. It's I don't even know how to describe it. It's baseball, but it's a league by the banana team, Savannah, the Savannah Bananas, and it's just fun. It's kind of like Harlem Globetrotter baseball, but they're real games. And anyway, she had one on, and I got distracted because they're fun to watch. All right, so let me show you actually the card we made at club, which I will also make, but I'm gonna make one. I'm gonna make a bright colored card. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. So this is, oh, aloha, Anna. Thanks for watching. You're watching from far away. This is a pop-out window, right? Because there's a little, the window pops out. A pop-out window, but then there's a Z fold in there. So it's kind of like two folds in one. And you're gonna see it's super easy. It's definitely versatile in that you can obviously change the papers, change what you are going to put in the middle, but also change the shape. So I'm going to make a square one. And then you can kind of decorate the inside as much or as little as you want. So it's kind of a fun card. I saw Karen Titus of Stamping on the Back Porch made one, and I liked it. And so I copied it. All right, we don't need that. All right, so we're going to first, I'll do this one too, but we're first going to, since I have to cut everything on this one, we'll do this one first. And then we'll put that one together. All right, my little pieces. So I'm going to use the paper from, what's it called? Florals in Bloom. And it's nice and bright. I just love that pattern. So we're going to actually use these two patterns. And actually we're going to use, I think, we'll see, but we might use that pattern as well. And then I forgot to bring up the whole paper pack of that black and white paper, and I think it's called Botanical Textures. I think. All right, but this one was starting from scratch. And I also thought I had my measurements here. I may have left those downstairs, but I think I know them. Sorry, see, I don't have them to show you though to copy. All right, so let's start with our card base first. Always a good place to start. So it's a regular size card base. So we're just going to cut this at, actually, you know how I like to score it first. I'm going to score it first at 4 1/4, and then I'm going to flip it and cut it at 5 1/2. So then we have two card bases. We only need one, and this just gets folded in half. So this is the black of this one is just a regular card base. Set that aside. And then for the inside, so this white piece, this I do remember is, I'm going to measure it. It's 8 by 5 1/4. That's what it is. So I'm going to cut this at 5 1/4. And then I'm just going to cut a 1/2 inch off because, nope, yeah, 1/2 inch. Because my paper is 8 1/2 inches long. So I'm just going to make it to be 8. So I'm just going to cut that 1/2 inch off. And we'll just hold on to this. Always good in case you need to write sentiments. And then we're going to score this piece in half. So since that's 8, we're going to score it at 4. And then we're going to score the 4 in half, so at 2. So I could have scored it at 2 and 4, but I just wanted to show you we're doing half, and then we're doing that half. And when you fold this in half, and then we're going to fold this part back. And that shows that's our Z. Okay. Okay, so that's it for the base. And then we just need to cut our pattern. So this one I have this kind of black and white, and this is the gray. So this is going to be my front. So it's a regular layer, right? Like the first layer. So I'm going to cut that at 4 because it's a portrait. So at 4 and 5 1/4. So that's our standard first layer. And then this one, since this is 2 inches, I'm just going to take a 1/4 inch off. So that will be 1 3/4. And this is 5 1/4. So I'll take that 1/4 inch off. So that'll be 5. So 1 3/4 by 5. I'm going to use this fun strawberry slush. So I'm going to just cut this. You know, people cut their designer paper differently. I usually cut like the whole piece and then trim it down. And then like I'll just save this for something else as scrap. But I know some people, my friend Anne, I know she does it. She would have cut like she would have left this attached. So she would have just cut this little wedge. People cut it differently. All right, so that's all we need for that. So that's the cutting. So the first step, which my base is not too hard. We're just going to glue or tape this onto this. But you want to make sure you only tape or glue around the very edges because we're going to cut a shape out of it. So we don't want any glue or tape sticking to it. And I just realized, let's see how much glue. This glue is almost empty. And I had a new one up here and I took it down for club yesterday. We'll see how far we get with our glue. So you can't really see because it's a light color, but I just did the edges. And then that's going to get glued down right here. And then we're going to cut it. So this one I did the circle and I used the largest circle from my stylish shapes. I'm going to, just to make it different, I'm going to use a square just to show that you can use different shapes. So you can use an oval. You can use different shapes. So I'm going to use a square on this one. And grab my machine. And let's see, pieces everywhere. We need these two. And then we need this one. And hopefully, there it is. I guess I've been cleaning all my old retired stuff and I have a mess. Okay. So I'm going to open up the card. And I'm going to put this right on. I kind of center it like in the midway here, but not directly in the center. You can put it wherever you want, but I kind of like them to go up in case you wanted to put a greeting underneath. I don't know if I will or not. Because this is a straight edge right here, I actually just tilt my paper just slightly so it's still within the zone to go in, and that just alleviates that big speed bump. You know, when you it just makes it a little bit smoother instead of that big kerclunk at this port. Just gonna move that aside. I'm gonna open it up in a second, but I'm going to cut another piece while I have this here. There we go. I had it. Oh, here it is. It's right here. And we're gonna see if we're gonna use it or not. But I'm gonna use the next square down. And this is part of that same paperback. This is that cloud cover. And then this is just for an extra layer. All right. Have that piece. Oops. Okay. So now I left that attached. So when we take that off, let's go punch out. And since we didn't glue it down, we have two pieces. So we can use that as a tag or a layer for some other project. This we'll hold on to because we will still use that one, but the pattern paper will save. All right. So this is going to go in here and then it's going to open up this way. So the first thing I'm going to do is, is that the one? I didn't cut that right. Let's see, that was at 5. Oh, so this needed to be 5, not 5 1/4. Might have said the right thing, just didn't cut the right. I'm going to glue that down. Might make it. I might have just enough glue. So you don't have to put the layer on here. The cards that Karen had showed, she actually left it just plain white, but I kind of liked having that extra pattern layer. So, you know, whatever you'd like. And then this will get glued right in here. Like that. So flip that whole thing over. As if it was just like a layer. But now it's a layer with a fold in there. So that will pop out. So there's like kind of the basis of here's the Z. And then we're going to add that window. So we're going to use the same color, but if you wanted this to be a different color, and I thought about that, but I wanted to show you that you could use the same one. We're just going to use that same piece because we know it fits because we just cut it out of there. So I just want to, there we go. So what I like to do is close the card and just add your tape or your glue, just kind of on that pattern right there. And then you just put this right on top. So you know it's going to fit. Press. And then there is our pop-up window card. So this you can decorate however you want. So for this one, and I'll put this together in a second just so you can see two cards put together. I just left it black. I liked the contrast of the flower with the black, so I didn't want any other layers. But this is where I thought we could put this layer in here. And you could use white, you could use whatever, but we're going to put a bee on there. So just glue it on there. Go right here. Soft palette colors. Like that. So I thought I would I love this set, the Bee My Valentine set, and I just love the bee. You could certainly put flowers there instead, but I just thought we'd use our bee here. Which you can see by all the staining is well loved. And I need a face. I use the one I usually use. Okay. these on the blocks. What I like to do, here's the punch, is I like to, when I punch out, I like this to go in this direction. So I even put it on the block kind of in that direction. Just makes it easier to punch. We'll see in a second. And then, okay. We're going to use, I was trying to debate on the colors, but we're going to use Daffodil Delight for our body. Now I'm trying to remember if I use, I think I do this part first. Let's see. I think for this one, I use the stripes first because it's easier. And I'm stamping with the tail in that direction because the tail is in that direction of the punch. All right, so now I just have to get I'm gonna stand up actually so I can see. And so by doing the stripes first, then you can kind of see exactly where the body is going. You can totally do the body first, but sometimes I have trouble lining up the stripes that way. But see how I just got that right on. They're just connected. All right. And then the wings, I thought would make them purple. Usually I do them pool party, but because I use cloud cover and there's no cloud cover ink pad and I don't have the re-inker, I haven't made my own, I'm going to use fresh fuchsia. So I thought that might be kind of different wings. We'll see, but that's the only color I have up here. But what I'm going to do is decide which one we like better. I'm going to stamp once, and I'm going to stamp again. Sometimes, that didn't come out so good. Sometimes I like to use the lighter version of the, I'm going to blow on it too. See if that's darker. Oh, that's pretty light. You can barely even see it. So I think we're going to use the dark one. On the pool party, I used the second generation of it, but this is too light. Okay. And then we have to stamp the face of the bee, but I like to do that last too, depending on, because you can have your bee fly in this direction, you can have it fly in this direction, you can have it go this way, you could even have it go this way. So I always do my face last. But let's punch it out. I'm glad you like it, Jenny. Oh, actually, I'm glad this happened. So I should have stamped a little bit closer to the edge of the paper here because when I put it in my punch, I can't get it any further down. So all you have to do is just trim your paper. And now it slides in there. Lately, I've been using this bee with the lemon lolly. So right now, this seems like a dark bee to me because it's a darker yellow. All right, and this one will go in right here. And I love how this is just a heart, so you can use it as a heart punch, but it also makes the wings. All right. And then I just pinched my finger. You're not supposed to do that. All right, so our bee can go in this direction. It can go in this direction. Like I said, it can go this way. Let's see. I kind of like it in that direction, even though my words I pre-cut from a different project. But did I bring up any other? I just cut notes, I think. Oh, this one is centered. Phew. Okay. Because I kind of like, this is just all personal preference, but I kind of like the bee going this way for this card. So now I'm going to stamp the face. And there are 4 faces, 4 face choices for this cute little bee. A lot of times I just use that one. but there are, let's see, that's the one I just did. There's kind of like the squinty eyes, there's a wink face, and then there's this angry face. I haven't used it yet. I guess bees sometimes could be angry, but it's kind of a weird one I haven't done. And then what I'm going to do is just have the wings. I'm going to attach them so it goes like that. So I'll just put a little dab of glue. I usually like them on a little bit of a slant. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on the back. But before I put it down, isn't that cute? I guess I could have done the lighter yellow because there is a lighter yellow, but it's all right. So the hello, I have to decide. I can put it here, which is actually quite cute. That's probably what I'll do. But you can also put the words like down here. So especially if you have longer words. That from right now, because I did it on white, it gets a little lost. So I think I will do it here. So I'm going to put the words on first, and then I can align the bee, and I'm going to just cut some of these edge pieces and then just add them on to my dimensionals. Does anybody have this set who's watching? It's really cute, and I know it came out for Valentine's Day, but I love it as the summer set. Let's look at the cute bees and the flowers in there. And don't forget about the flowers, because these are really cute. These are the leaves, and then you get two types of flowers you can put right on top. All right. So there we go. So we have a cute little bee hello card. And then when you open it up, I like the color combination. And I'll stamp something in there. I have to decide what I want to use the card for. But it's sweet. So let me put the other one together quick because it's all cut. Just in case anyone came on late, just looking for the cover of the ink. They can see how I did it. And this is the card that we did in club. And actually I could, oh shoot. I was gonna show you how I colored it. And I didn't bring that up. That banana ball distracted me. It's all right. I'll tell you what I did. All right, so we have our regular card base. I always flip them over to the back side and score it with my fingernail because sometimes you can see like a little mark. So it's on the back. And then you have a nice edge. If you ever wondered why I kind of flip them over. So even on the white, sometimes you get a little mark. All right, so this one actually I'll use not my fingernail. So I always do it that way, and then you have to flip it this way because it's going to open this way. So this is that Botanicals, I think it's called Botanical Textures. Oh, I forget. It's in the online exclusive section of the paper, but I'm wondering if you just typed in like black and white, it would probably pop up because the whole pack is black and white. Cindy says she has the bee set, but only use it for Valentine's Day. So yes, I'll get it out. Use it for summertime. All right, so that's glued down. I'm just going to do the circle because I like the circle for this one with the flowers. I'm going to. Oh, now I forgot this. I use sponge daubers to color it. So I'll show you, but sorry, I thought I had everything in the basket. All right, so I'm going to put the biggest circle of the stylish shapes, which I say every time I use them, which is often. It's my favorite die set and the one I use the most. And for those who watch all the time, you can attest to that because you see me use them all the time. Even that little this little shape is part of that set too. All right, so that comes off. That pops out. Here we go. We have the black circle that we'll use, and then this can be used for something else. All right, so this is part of that same paper pack. I think that's actually the same print, just white versus the black background. So we're going to use just this side will go here. Again, I could have left it plain, but I really think just this little strip of paper really adds to it. Okay, and then this, a little paper fibers stuck. This will, I'll just glue the back of that and we'll go in just as if it was a white layer. Oops. Give it a squeeze it together. And that goes in there. And you could definitely use other colors other than white for the inside. Just use a light color. Or actually, if you used a darker color, you could just then cut a lighter color or white in there too. So that actually would give it more depth. Right. And then all we have to do is put a little glue here. And we'll just kind of replace our circle we cut out. Like that. A good press. Just kind of lift it up, press it again. And voila, there is our pop window. I call it pop-up window with a Z fold. And then what I did for the inside, here's the example. I just think that's so striking next to each other. And you can kind of see the difference. So this is what I was showing at club too. This one is stamped in Memento Black, which I think is a lighter black than stays on, like than this black. And that's the black. You can even kind of tell on the bee. See the bee, I use the stays on. And then this one I use a Memento. But you use the Memento when you're going to use blends markers, which I thought I was going to. But then I thought I wanted it really nice and dark. So this one, these two next to each other, uses black embossing powder. And so that really makes it kind of pop. Even if I left it, I think someone even left theirs black and white last night. So let me find that little hello, which I had also embossed. And these one I off-centered because I like to tuck it behind. Let me just glue that on there. And I did the hello, and oh, yep, this one says for you. Because I needed something small to fit within there, unless you're going to use larger words that fit on the bottom. So this could be a birthday card, stamp something birthday-ish. And then this can be an anything card. And then I'm going to pop that up. But how I colored it is I used sponge daubers. So as I was even, let's see. First, I'm going to cover my glue so that doesn't clog. Let's see if they show them in here or not. Coloring tools. Yep, sponge daubers, page 128. Okay. So I use these sponge daubers and I put them on my finger and then I just daub them in the ink and then I just, just dotted them around. So I did strawberry slush and I did granny apple green and that's all the coloring. Like it's like, dot, dot, dot. It's fast, but I love the look that it gives. So that's how I colored it. So I won't put this one quite on there because I need to color it. And then again, I'll just stamp some sort of greeting, probably in either of these two colors, the granny apple green or the strawberry slush, just to make that kind of pop. So that is here's the other one. So I did this cute little bee one. Oh, I'm glad you like both, Jenny. Thank you. Yeah, it's kind of fun. This one has a lot more color, so it really looks different compared to, the black and the white one. But they're fun. And you could see how easy they are. I mean, it's just a little cut, score, and then you're done. So can you imagine like with Christmas paper? I don't know what Christmas things are coming out, but if there's like a Santa or a Christmas tree, Halloween, I almost did a Halloween today, but I know I did that last week. But there's those cute Halloween creatures you could put on there. Valentine's Day. So any reason you could do that. Even just a nice, like this could even be Maybe if I wrote something else, that could even be like a sympathy card or thinking of you, get well, so forth. So it's a nice fold to kind of have in your back pocket. All right, let's see. Oh, I know. Sorry, Jenny. The flower came from, I'm going to show you in the catalog because I didn't bring it up. It's called Beautiful Motifs. Let's see. Hold on. I do use this index a lot. Beautiful Motifs, 55. Good question. It's a pretty flower. And actually, once I show you the set, you're going to recognize it. So this one. Oh, sorry. Beauty. That one's I got the hello. So it's Gallery Blooms. It's this flower right here. But I love this peony flower, but that's the flower. And it's fun because you can use two. Oh, here we go. You can use two of those and kind of put them together. So it's almost like a wreath or like a square, and you could put words in the middle. I think that would be beautiful. You can use them on the edge of kind of an edge of something. Put them on both sides, maybe a different card, but it's kind of a fun shape that you can use. Okay, and Cindy likes book cards. Perfect. I'm so glad. All right, so let's see. Let me put myself back on here. Well, I almost pushed the wrong button. There we go. Move that out of the way. Yeah, so Jenny remembers to use a peony. Yeah, I've used a peony a few times because I really like it. So that's what I have for you today. And next week, I actually am playing for next week. I have a fun sunflower card to show you. It piggybacks off of a card I did. I don't know if it was last week or the week before. A different, an added layer to coloring, but I won't give any more away, so you can watch it next week. But it's fun and easy. And that's what we like in the summertime is easy fun cards. So I'm trying to think. New products have been released to the beginning of July with an online exclusive from Stampin' Up. So check out when you go to the stampinup.com, you can just go to the What's New tab and it'll show you everything that's new, or even the online exclusives tab under the menu. And I have my mystery boxes will be happening next week. And I think that might be what's going on. And I have another project I'm working on, but that might not come out till August. We'll see. So thank you very much for joining live, and all those who are watching the replay, thank you. And I will take pictures of both of these cards and I will post them. And I will also, when I post them, I will post a picture of my measurements that I also did not bring up here. I thought I did. Thought I was so organized, and that just didn't happen. But that's okay. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.